Hello and welcome to Joyce's Kitchen. Today I'm going to be sharing with you this recipe for Snickerdoodle soft batch cookies. It's one of my youngest daughter's favorites and my youngest son's favorites, and they will swear by it, so it has to be delicious. Stay tuned. Okay guys, we're going to go over the ingredients here and get started. All right, first of all, right here we have 2 sticks of butter, which is equal to 1 cup. This is unsalted butter. And then over here we have 1 1/4 cups of white granulated sugar, 2 tablespoons of packed brown sugar, and we have 2 large eggs, 2 teaspoons of, this is not imitation, do not use imitation. This is pure vanilla flavoring. And we also have 2 3/4 cup of flour, and then 1 teaspoon of cream of tartar and 1/2 teaspoon, of baking. We got baking soda here, and then 1 teaspoon of salt. Now these are our ingredients, and I'm going to be using my KitchenAid today, right here, because it's a little bit easier than using my hand mixer, because the hand mixer sometimes makes a mess. And I want you to know right now from the beginning, we want to get the oven preheated. And we're going to preheat the oven. I think it is set on 350. So get your oven preheated while you're putting your items together, and we'll get started. In this bowl right here, I've added 10 tablespoons of the white granulated sugar and then 2 tablespoons of ground cinnamon, and mix that up thoroughly. This is what we're going to take and actually roll the cookie dough balls in after we have made the batter up. Okay, so let's begin with, we're going to add in our cream of tartar, our baking soda, and our salt. And we're just going to mix that up really well, so that when we add it into the butter and sugar mixture, it'll already be ready. Okay, the next thing we have here is our, I'm going to take this off so we'll give it some room. We're going to add in our butter. Okay. And remember, these 2 sticks of butter is equal to 1 cup. Okay, and we're going to add in our sugar, and then our brown sugar. And let's get this on. And let's get that mixed. Wow, that brown sugar is kind of hard. Okay. That broke it up a little. Let's get that started. Okay, now we just mix this up for about 3 to 4 minutes. Make sure that we get that sugar and the butter completely mixed. That's on number 2. I think I'm going to mix it up to number 1 or number 3. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is add in the eggs and vanilla flavoring. And don't worry, I'm going to get the sides. We want to make sure that we brush the sides down to get all the sides off. Now, we're going to add in carefully, not to drop in any eggshells. And these have been sitting out for a couple of minutes, so then they're nice and soft. We're going to add in the vanilla along with the eggs. And then we're going to let that stir for another couple of minutes. Okay, that's about halfway through. What we're going to do is scrape down the sides again to make sure that we get it thoroughly mixed before we add in the flour. Okay. Let that go for another minute or so. Okay, I'm going to show you how to simply, because sometimes, well, actually most of the time when you're making snickerdoodles, even after you take them out of the refrigerator after 30 minutes, yeah, they do get a little bit stiffer, more easier to form, but then after you've had it out for a while, then they start to soften again. So I'm going to show you something. You don't have to have gloves. I'm using them so that I don't make too big of a mess. But all you want to do, this is just a teaspoon measurer. Instead of, you don't have to roll it into a ball or anything. Take a scoop, put it in your spoon, and just drop it into your sugar cinnamon mixture. Sprinkle the sugar on top, roll it around. Now you can, it won't stick to your hands, because if you don't roll it around the sugar first, it's going to stick to your hands. So you just want to get a big scoop about that teaspoon size. And I want to show you, just in case you get too much, what to do. Okay, we're going to sprinkle the sugar onto your... Okay, you see that? Now that's kind of tiny, right? A little bit smaller. Just roll that around in there, because you don't want it to stick to your hands. And sometimes it gets frustrating if that happens. But pull a piece off, add it on there, roll it together till you get to the size that you want. And then just sit it over into your plate. As you can see, I've got several of them made. So, again, once you've dipped it in your sugar, you can just roll it around, sprinkle some more sugar on there, your sugar cinnamon mixture, and then it won't stick. You don't have to worry about all that stickiness. So, that is the easy way to do it. Get you a scoop. This is a teaspoon measure. Drop it into your sugar cinnamon solution. Mix it around. And these don't have to be perfect balls or anything like that. It can be whatever lumpy you want them. You can make these bigger. You can make these small like I'm making them. Again, brush that in there. Sprinkle your sugar cinnamon mixture over it. Roll it around. And then put it on your plate. And this is what you're going to do until you get them all rolled out. Roll it around. Get it nice and coated. Sit it on the plate. And as you can see, I got a little piece there, so we're going to get just enough to make up one size cookie dough ball. Put them together, mix it around in your mixture. Drop it in there again. And if you make the ball and it happens to be too big, just take your piece off. You know, if it's too big, just take a little piece off. Drop it in your solution until you go to the next one. Okay, we got just a little bit left, so we're going to make one more. I think we got enough in here to add just a little bit more onto that. Okay. Put you some sugar on it. Your cinnamon mixture on it. Roll it around. This makes it so much easier because, like I said, once it's been out of the refrigerator for a few minutes, it will start to stick to your fingers. Roll that around. There you go. Now, we're all done with that. So what we're going to do here, try to remember this. You do not want too many cookies on your pan at a time. And I have done that. I actually tried doing 4 in a row. So you don't want apart. So we're going to spread these where they're at least 3 inches apart. There we go. So we're going to put them on there. So you got 3 across and 4 down. Now hang on one second, Larry. Stay right there and just take a look at those cookies. I've got to. Okay, so what I want you to see, oh, let me turn this timer off. These cookies, you do not have to flatten them out. You don't have to put a fork on them or anything. Just make sure that they're about 3 inches apart because you don't want them too close. They will stick. But you put them on your pan and you want to pop them in the oven for, depending on your oven, because my oven is a little different, 9 to 11 minutes. Do not let them overcook 11 minutes because they will be too hard. But usually about 9 minutes is perfect. So what I want Larry to do is go over here to the batch that I'm sure you heard that timer that I just took out of the oven. These look amazing. This is the perfect size that I like to get for my family. And as you can see, they turned out perfectly. They didn't touch. They weren't too close. So, and I left these in for 9 minutes, only 9 minutes, and I took them out. So what you have to do now, let them cool on this pan for at least 10 minutes, and then transfer them to your paper towel. And that's what I have set up my paper towel. When these cool for 10 minutes, I'm going to put them on the paper towel, and then I'm going to taste test them and let you see how soft and chewy they actually are. So don't go away. Okay, if Larry will just move in here just a tiny bit, I want you to see this. Look how soft that is. This is what I love about these cream of tartar cookies. The cream of tartar is what makes the flavor in these. And this is the cream of tartar that Larry asked me to add a little bit more of. You don't have to do that because they're perfectly fine without the extra cream of tartar. But they are so delicious. Look at that. Practically melt in your mouth. So soft. This is a soft batch and it is so good. Mmm. They're so delicious. Mmm. Mmm. So good. Now, excuse me. They really are delicious, guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you try this video, please leave me something down in the comments to tell me what you think of this particular cookie. So good. Thank you. Have a good night.